Most podcasts have a standard intro, and this is ours.
Enjoy.
Now we begin. Greetings and welcome to the T.A.N.G.E.N.T.L.E.M.E.N podcast. This is our first episode, but the four of us have been getting together for years and rambling through any number of topics on a fairly semi-regular basis. For this first episode, we're going to be talking about Star Wars, because there, of course, is a new movie coming into theaters very, very shortly. So sit back, grab a cup of coffee, continue your commute, whatever it is you do, and enjoy. So the first thing I want to talk about, it just popped into my head, there's not going to be a 20th Century Fox fanfare.
Yes, it's true. Dun, dun, dun.
Oh, isn't that weird?
Oh, it's going to be with the Magic Castle.
And but that's like part
when
of
you wish upon a star far, far away.
Exactly, yeah. Well, but like the 20th Century Fox fanfare, and I'm moving my hands like anybody can see me. Which nobody can.
Fanfare.
So fanfare.
For those of you just joining us,
feels like it's part of.
All of you just did.
Yeah, all of you just
all
did.
6 of you.
Yeah, you should have all just
joined. The first
joined.
45 minutes where we've been discussing Star Wars.
I just got here. We just appeared.
We're going
Instantly.
to be discussing Star Wars
that
today.
happens in cyberspace.
We already did that. I said.
We already.
Oh, never mind.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Yeah, so we're talking about Star Wars. Because we can, and we're nerds
and
of the highest
December.
order, I think. Well, actually, there's 3 nerds of the highest order, and one who's attempting to elevate himself. That would be me. So I'm going to be asking some questions and actually just watching things unfold in front of me, I'm sure.
And remind me what your name is again.
I am Peter. I'm one of the staff members here at T.A.N.G.E.N.T.L.E.M.E.N.
We have staff?
Absolutely.
We officially have staff. We're all unpaid interns.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's.
But we are staff.
Right. Yeah, that's true. So, should we go? Let's make this counterclockwise around the table. We'll go straight to Doug.
That's not counterclockwise. But anyway.
The circle.
Thanks for another visual joke.
Hello. My name is Doug, and I am one of the T.A.N.G.E.N.T.L.E.M.E.N.
I threw the hot potato over to you.
Thank you.
Do we want to talk about ourselves at all? No, we want to talk about Star Wars.
Yeah, we're
People will
about
find
Star
out
Wars.
enough about us through our
It's good to
banter.
know the voices, though. That voice is
Yes.
Doug. That voice is Pete.
Right.
This voice is Josh.
Hi, Josh. Welcome.
Hi.
And we've got
And
another
this voice-
to further confuse things.
Yeah, this voice is Joshua.
Uh-huh.
And that ooh at the end is very important.
Yeah, right.
Because I don't want, you to confuse me with Josh. Or he probably does not want you to confuse him with me.
Well, you're both incredibly
I don't really
handsome.
mind.
So
I like you.
Yeah, we're.
I like you too.
Oh, see, look at this. See, that just happened right
If
there.
I didn't have a microphone in my face, I'd hug you.
So
Star Wars.
one of the things that's nearest and dearest to all of our married hearts is the land long ago and far, far away.
Okay.
Why are you
A long
using
time ago in a galaxy far, far away.
You guys, well, yes, I am dope slapping
Josh
myself
is just
already.
shaking his
for
head.
heaven's sake.
He's like already. He's like,
You just know, if you're listening, this is going to be incredibly painful and embarrassing for me. So bear with me. The rest of you join me on my journey. So who remembers first time you came across a Star Wars film? Do you remember the moment? Because I actually do.
It was last week for you.
No, I was, well, okay, I'll start. I went to The Empire Strikes Back cold. I had not seen the first one because I think I was 6 when it came out.
oh yeah.
So I was pretty, I think, looking back on that, pretty young on the maturity scale for what I was about to see, not knowing what was coming.
Yeah.
And I cried in the movie theater. As it
Nice.
was maybe the last time that's happened.
Wow.
No, that's not true. Shadowlands got me. But anyway.
Inside Out.
That one, not so well. We could talk about that another day. You'll notice this happens a lot. We tend to spin off in directions that were unforeseen to all of us. But yeah, Han Solo gets frozen in carbonite, and I wept, and it was worse than E.T. for me.
Like emotional weeping, or you were like afraid, like you were going to wake up frozen in carbonite every night?
No,
for the
it
rest
was
of your life?
emotional. Like, I can't believe my hero, this super cool space cowboy guy, is in encased in this stuff, and I'd never seen a movie that was a cliffhanger, so I didn't know, he was coming back and all that. So I mean, it was traumatic. It was really traumatic.
Wow.
Yeah. And Luke loses his hand. He gets a bionic one at the end. That was pretty sweet. But I remember coming out of the movie theater and I had red eyeballs, and my dad's like, "It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay." You can't know that.
How do you know, Dad?
That's impossible.
Yes, perfect. So, I mean, I remember that. I still remember that day, even as a long time ago.
Trying to make up for things.
Yeah, I'm trying.
Yeah.
All right.
I think I'm going to jump in ahead of you.
Anybody else see one in the theater first run?
I saw.
Because you guys are younger than me. I'm old.
I remember seeing. I mean, my first memory of seeing him, one of them in the theater is Return of the Jedi, and I was young. I don't remember what year did Jedi come out.
Oh,
now I'm going to lose my nerd
just
cred.
Makes my day.
I want to say 85,
you
but
can't cheat.
I'm not sure.
It's 84.
84.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I was only 5 years old.
I am not.
I was 5 or 6
to know that.
when Jedi came out, and I distinctly remember sitting in the theater and being looking through the seats. What was it?
85.
I was right.
You were right.
Thank you, nerd brain.
Yeah, there you go. See, okay.
I was 6 years old.
He's been reestablished.
Just like you, I was 6 years old. I remember sitting there in the theater. I vividly remember the Sarlacc pit scene.
Oh yeah.
With the guards falling into the Sarlacc pit and just being like, "This is the greatest movie that has ever been made and will ever be made."
That statement may still be true. I'm not gonna dispute that.
But my actual first memories of Star Wars were playing with my brother's Star Wars action figures and just being enthralled and fascinated with all these toys.
Uh-huh.
And that has plagued my existence ever since.
Do you have
still
a favorite? Do you remember?
Just a giant action figure nerd ever since that day.
So it birthed something.
It birthed something.
Did you have a favorite? Do you remember there was one that really keyed in for you?
I had a Han Solo in Bespin outfit from Empire Strikes Back, and that was my all-time favorite figure.
In mint condition, that could get you $4 today.
Yeah,
I'm sure.
Exactly. Although I have vivid memories of playing with Mr. Josh over here with his headless Darth Vader.
Yes.
And he was like a rag doll. He was so loose.
Now, is there a reason that it was headless?
I don't remember.
They were so cheaply constructed that all of the Darth Vader's heads popped off.
Yeah, I don't remember what
everybody's Darth
but it
Vader's
actually
heads
still became a main character. Even with the head popping off, with like you said, the ragdoll with the limbs. I mean, you couldn't stand him up anymore by the end, and we were still playing with him.
Yeah.
He lost the lightsaber, probably even before the head, and no cape. No, so he was just the carcass of a Vader.
Was this the lightsaber that came up out of the forearm?
It had the little switch,
the
in
tag
the
on there.
Yep, that you pushed up.
Slide that forward. Oh,
yep, it popped out. So yeah, you just had a hole at the end of his hand, and it became almost this this droid thing that would come out in the thousands and come, and main characters would just kill him over and over and over again as we played with guys. It became like the bots in the prequel trilogy now.
Yep.
Exactly. Yeah. The Immortals.
The Vader. It was just the Vader that would come, the Vader bot, and basically do nothing. Had no head, so he couldn't see or assess the situation or anything.
Cannon fodder.
Absolute cannon fodder. But I loved him. I loved that figure. Absolutely. Yeah.
Now, was he of similar size as the others, or was he bigger?
Well, he was a head shorter. I almost made Josh spit out his coffee.
Yep.
I wish I could do a rim shot.
But I had that. My other favorite toy was I had the shuttle, the Imperial shuttle.
Oh,
and
that
was awesome. That was an awesome toy. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I had one of those snow speeder things with the little cannon that went off the back, and man, I just massacred that thing. It had more sand in it before it was done. It got buried in my backyard a number of times, to be exhumed and reused in other play. Yeah, that thing was tough as nails. How about you, my man?
So, not to be the young guy in the group, but I was born in 1986, so Star Wars had already made its entire theatrical debut. So the first time I saw Star Wars was on VHS when I was, it was the first house we lived in, so I must have been 7 or 8, something like that. And I distinctly remember this moment, and I don't know if I've told you guys this, but I distinctly remember this moment from New Hope when Darth Vader's tumbling away. I look at my mom and I say, "What? Darth Vader got away? What's going on?" And she goes, "Yeah, he's Luke's dad, too." No!
That's not true. Mom, that's impossible.
So I had that. The spoilers wasn't a thing yet. So,
Yeah.
So I knew all that. But because of the way I watched it. Yeah.
So now how did that affect how you watched Empire Strikes Back?
Well,
when
I
you're a
actually
kid,
saw
though, you
Jedi
just don't...
before I saw Empire Strikes Back.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which was even wackier. Because,
I got to think how that would play with your timeline. That had to have been different.
I watched Doctor Who.
Yeah, I was going to say that just set you up for Doctor Who or Lost.
So, or Lost.
Yeah, right.
So
that's why his brain works the way it does.
Yeah.
Man, see, Star Wars affects you.
So
Yeah.
my
He
mom
reads
showed
every
me
book
Star
backwards.
Wars, the first one, and then that was the only one we had because she'd recorded it off TV or something like that. And I was at a friend's house, Jake Johnson, when I was much older, not much, but 12 or 13, and he was like, "Hey, let's watch this," and it was Return of the Jedi, and I said, "Oh, yeah, that's right. There's more of these," and so I saw Jedi. And I was like, "Why does Luke's hand look all funny?" And
You could tell.
What is Han?
I thought it was a
doing?
pretty good facsimile, honestly.
Well,
what
but
they
there's
gave
a scene where he's in the X-wing and he puts it on.
Oh, yeah, you could see it. It was all
yeah,
charred
okay.
because he got
Details.
shot in the hand.
The O.J. Simpson shot.
Yeah. Wow. Wow.
Too soon, Josh.
They're making a movie about that too. So
You're gonna think that the next time you see
Oh, darn you. Yes, of course.
so that was it. And for me,
I'll say he's not guilty. It's awesome.
we're not gonna get too much into this, but the bottom line is my dad did not approve of there being action figures in the house. So
Why not?
because
That's what we're not going to get into.
That's what we're not going to get into.
Got it. Okay.
That's another podcast, everybody.
Because of the evil?
yes, because space was a waste of time, and everything related to space was a waste of time.
Don't ever introduce him to
This
Neil deGrasse
sounds
Tyson.
like the beginning of a movie.
Yeah, right.
Space is a waste of time.
I'm going to dance. Oh, wait.
This sounds like the beginning of several movies.
So what I ended up doing was I got really heavy into extended universe because I would go down to the library and just read books all day.
Which good for you, because normally that sentence would end differently.
Yes.
So I got really heavily into
Blah.
Heroin.
not the extended
heroin.
universe.
I've talked about
that's
that
not the
with,
normal
with
ending.
many people. My particular family situation,
Good point.
You end up taking one of two roads, and fortunately I took the other one. Not the heroin one.
All roads led to the library.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I spent a lot of time at that library, and I would
love
just
it.
read the Star Wars books. And Extended Universe is cool. And Disney just took it out back and beat it with a shovel.
It's true.
Now, did you
Barely
start with the old, like Splinter,
Splinters of the Mind's Eye.
I
Totally.
still have my copy, my paperback. Yeah, I do.
or was this at the point where they had like Heir to the Empire and all of that?
I read a bunch of that too. Like Heir to the Empire was out, but I started with Splinters of the Mind's Eye. And of course that was weird because it's not canon
No.
at
Yeah,
all. Like it doesn't make any
You read
sense.
it?
I barely remember.
Didn't know that existed until just
Splinters of the
now.
Mind's Eye was a book that came out
after
after the
Hope.
first movie,
Yeah.
but before the second movie.
Okay.
And they didn't know what was going to happen.
No.
So there's some very
thus
interesting things that happen.
the non-canonical.
Yeah, there's some cutting off of Darth Vader's arm and Luke and Leia
Hooking up a little bit.
hooking up a little bit more than they did in Empire.
Uh-huh.
Little stuff.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Well,
So, but
Weird.
that's fine.
yeah.
So
Okay.
that one you kind of have to think of like Luke's fever dream or something.
Yeah.
And just ignore it
Which is
bit.
just, that's weird that you'd say that would be Luke's fever dream.
I don't know who else is
I don't know.
All the Vader stuff in there.
Yeah, but I don't know. Let's hope that he wouldn't dream about. Never mind.
Yeah. He didn't know.
So my story, into Star Wars.
Since we're halfway
I did see
in.
Jedi in the theater, but what I remember as my first Star Wars experience was a recording off of TV. We had a VCR really, really early, and so we had this recording of Star Wars, and man, did I watch that thing over and over and over again. So much so that I actually kept the tape well into, I think I finally got rid of it when I moved back to Minnesota 10 years ago was when I finally got rid of it.
Oh, wow. How hard
I
was
had
that
thing. I loved it.
Well, I mean, was it hard to get rid of?
It was kind of hard to get rid of.
What caused you to get rid of this thing that you'd carried with you through multiple moves and iterations of life?
Moving 8 times in 3 years, you get rid of a lot of stuff. And that's what happened to me.
Yeah. But that's like borderline treasure, even if you don't know if you're ever going to watch it
again. The big thing was getting to the point where you realize I'm not going to have a VCR anymore.
Yeah.
And so it literally would have been this thing that just sat there. The beautiful thing about it was I had all the this is going to seem really crazy now, but I had all the commercials that aired with it. I even had the ABC like movie of the week thing, bum, 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 bum. Like that theme song played at the very beginning, and I mean I can sing for you commercials from that recording right now. I mean, from Chewy, 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 Nature Valley Chewy, granola bars. I can still see it. Or like, don't you wish everything fit as well as Lee jeans fit on you? I could sing.
You knew
these
what
songs.
break that was coming in, I bet. And
I knew it. One of my favorite moments from Star Wars, A New Hope now, is C-3PO and R2-D2 in the Death Star. And R2-D2 does his sound that goes, and then C-3PO puts his hand on his head and clunk, so it goes clunk, and that was a commercial break. And so that image and sound is locked in my mind as right before a commercial break, and it is just an awesome thing for me. It's one of those memories that endears. R2-D2 is my favorite Star Wars character, and I think a part of it is because of that. Commercial break.
Yeah, I totally know what you're talking about. And then I've got that with analog tapes, like mixtapes that I'd made, from way back when. Yep. And you've got a song, you get to the end of the tape, and this particular song cuts off, like 5 bars before the song's done. And now when I listen to said song, whatever it is, it's like this seems abnormal. It's wrong. It should have ended 5 bars ago. So I totally get that. I think that's wonderful. So, that's I still you can have my VCR. I've still got a forehead. It's
I had one.
It's
gone.
Oh darn! See, I've got a copy of Def Leppard's "In the Round" from like 1987.
Like you
that
do.
I have yet to watch.
Like we all do, really.
Yeah. Do you?
No.
Sure.
No. You should.
I tried. I kept them because I had like videotapes of high school productions of things, and always meant to get them transferred over to DVD, and I just never did, or to digital. Yeah. And I just never did. So I held on to that stuff a lot longer than I even really used it. But still. Yeah.
That
was one of the last tapes to go.
Crazy expensive, unfortunately. Anyway.
Speaking of 80s bands, this is a totally random side Star Wars fact. We all remember the Yub Yub song, which is no longer in Return of the Jedi.
Yeah.
But
why not?
We're find George Lucas and ask him. But do you know who wrote the lyrics to the Yub Yub song?
I want to say it's Elton John.
It's not Elton John.
I just want to say that. That's what I want to say.
Song.
I want that to be true.
The Yub Yub song had assisted was John Williams.
Do you want to give us like a multiple choice?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, let's make it a game. This is fun.
It was either the lead singer of Twisted Sister,
the
lead singer
D. Snyder.
Yeah, nicely done.
Thank you.
The lead singer of Toto, or the lead singer of Duran Duran?
I'm going to go Duran Duran.
I'm going to go Toto.
Oh.
And
Do
you
I
can
just
pick one
round
already
out?
chosen. Yeah.
Or
I pick one already chosen.
I'm going to go Duran Duran.
Go with your gut.
Toto.
Yes.
Toto. Oh,
The Rains in Africa and the Yub Yub song.
Nice.
What a legacy.
It's just Africa, by the way. It's not the
Yeah,
Rains.
I know. Where would we be without Josh? Yeah, he's somehow related to John Williams. I don't know exactly the relation, but like,
Okay.
they're family somehow.
I am kind of stunned that there were actually lyrics.
Yeah, I mean, there actually were. I mean, I could probably start singing them if I thought too hard about it.
Uh-huh.
Do you remember the status where I just had the Yub Yub song?
Yes.
I don't think those were the actual lyrics, though.
They were fun though.
No.
It was close. Yeah.
Yep. And then we just responded and kept it going back and forth, and each did a couple of lines.
This was one of those moments when I was staring at my screen, not knowing what the heck was going on. Yub, I'd like to contribute.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
I don't have any idea what's
I've
going
got
on.
nothing here.
I did see that one in the theater, and that absolutely was the pinnacle moment for me with Jedi, was that song. I loved that song from the first moment. It was going on, and with the playing the bongo heads, the
stormtrooper skulls,
and I loved the song. I think I was singing along by the end of the.
What was it?
In the theater, I was singing
at least
along
a toe
with it.
tapper, if not a knee slapper, and you want to get up and boogie a little bit. Right, it's
Which and I
crazy
remember
triumphant.
substituting even English lyrics in there.
Go on.
Like what you just sang, that big end part. I used to always sing, "The force is up to you, yoo-hoo! The force is up to you." I would remember singing that. Yup, jigga, jump, jump, jigga, jump, and I'm a for menu. This is up to you. I don't know why I because I have no problem slinging
Josh.
gibberish.
That's why. That's what you do.
So did you have more questions, Peter, since that one question took 20 minutes?
Yeah, no,
As it should in our
make
group.
this self-guided conversation. I'm not even going to do that.
Are you guys excited for the new one?
There's a new one?
Yeah.
Yes.
We'll talk offline, Joshua.
I have my tickets. They're in my car.
I actually don't have tickets yet.
I don't
Did you
either.
buy?
And I feel I'm actually getting, believe it or not, I can't believe this. I'm actually getting a little nervous about that because there's like the sweet spot in movies for me where the place isn't totally elbow to elbow and crowded out with people who are still on their cell phones and they don't know what they're watching. And then
why
getting
would they
to that
be
place
there,
where you
though?
can't, where you haven't heard everything.
Yeah.
So you want to get in there before you've heard everything.
Yeah.
So there's that kind of sweet spot, and I don't know when that is. If it's just to go to a midnight show.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
and
I'm
the
hoping
beautiful
it's
thing,
Friday
being
at
the
1
weekend
o'clock.
that it is, the week before Christmas,
Yeah.
it will be very easy for me to go in blackout and not
Media
look and not
blackout.
see media blackout.
Yeah, I'm going to have to do that too.
Yeah, I'm not going to just black out from midnight till I go see it. I should clarify. I suppose.
Benadryl.
But yeah, I'm not too worried. I'm getting pretty good at the whole media blackout thing. But, I was looking at it and, I teach the day that it comes out. Not really interested in going to the midnight show for the same reason. And then was talking to somebody recently who also doesn't have it, and they're going to be up for Christmas. And so I might go on Monday afterward, go to a middle of the day type of a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We're
I'll
going to
bet
go
you
on
can make it
Christmas
till
as a
then.
family.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we
Good.
have that set already, but I think I'm going to have to see it before that.
Now, are you going to do full-on IMAX 3D
No,
pony up for that,
no.
or just no? Okay.
Have you ever
I'm
gone to
undecided.
an IMAX movie with a family of 5?
Oh, that would be crazy.
They might as well
expensive.
just like hang
buy
you
a
by your
plane ticket
ankles and just shake all the money out of you.
right. Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Well, I got a new cheapskate thing for you guys. So I took the
be a
whole
segment.
family to a movie. Yeah, it's cheapskate.
Being able to say it.
The non-English section. Yeah. So, last time I took the whole family to a movie theater, which doesn't happen as much as I'd like to because of financial constraints. But I got the big bucket of popcorn and brought 3 paper bags with me. So down the aisle I went, shaking them out. and I went right back out for a refill.
Oh, yeah. We've done that.
Sweet.
We usually just have we just grab the napkins, though.
Yeah.
And we just pour popcorn in their laps.
Oh, sure. Oh, that
Same sort of concept.
Well, see, that'd probably be my happy place. Just dump it on my head.
Just cut a hole in the middle of the bucket and just stick it down on top.
I want that bucket that, like they just put a seat that is just a bucket of popcorn and just replace the love seat with a bucket, popcorn, and I want to buy that. And I just eat my way out.
It's just really, a popcorn machine.
Because it would really only, at
eat the popcorn that you're sitting in? I can think of a few issues you might have with that.
Well, I'd still do it. I think I would. I'd probably be able to find enough space around the edges that things wouldn't be
but
too
you
bad.
2 hours in a movie theater. I do not want to eat the popcorn that I've been sitting in.
Well, maybe not. Yeah, I didn't really think that through. Nonetheless, it's all about the value is what I'm getting at. Because at movie theater pricing, you get the $12 bucket that's this big or the $14 bucket that you can sit in. Mm-hmm. That's what I would like. Anyway, so that's my cheapskate thing. But no, going to the IMAX, that would be crazy. It would be like, what, $18 a ticket just for the ticket?
Yeah.
I still don't think it's an uptick in experience. For me, I would much rather go to the huge screens that are 4K. Mm-hmm. That I absolutely can't get at home, and now they've converted all the theaters to these stadium seatings with the privacy wall in front of you, and the nice recliners basically that you're.
See, that's the thing for me is like I like a good 4K screen. There's most decent places have a 4K screen or two, but the recliners. So the tickets my wife bought me because she's the best. And my birthday is December 15th, and the movie comes out the 18th, so I have the day off of work. And she bought me tickets, and it's during.
It totally makes sense.
Yeah.
My birthday's on the 15th, so I have the day off on the 18th.
Yeah, because of Star Wars.
Because of Star Wars.
Got it.
Star Wars.
Okay, I didn't understand. Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
Right. I'm slow.
And it's this theater in Oakdale, and the seats recline, and she got me tickets during the time that they do their bistro, which means somebody right before the movie, somebody comes and takes your food order, and they got a little tray, and you eat your nachos, and you're watching Star Wars.
You're going to fall asleep.
Mm-hmm. Don't bring a blanket.
Fall asleep.
And Star Wars?
You're going to have a full belly. Just wait.
I'm going to eat nachos and watch Star Wars.
Yeah.
In a recliner. With my wife.
Maybe take a little nap.
No.
You're just planting seeds now. Maybe you'll feel really
You're going to come out of that movie and you're going to be like, Doug, you did this to me.
An excuse to just stick around for the next show and sleep
It'll
again.
Be my birthday, so Joy has to do whatever I want. And so if I say,
I want to
watch it again.
My dear, I want a $7 nap. That's what I've got.
Oh man, you live in some kind of cool world where movie tickets are $7. That's awesome.
Well, at my little Rosemont
precious?
Theater, they often are.
On
yes.
Tuesdays.
On Tuesdays they're $5.
Oh,
wow!
We're gonna listen to this someday, and we'll be like, movies for $5.
I'm already like that.
Right
They're not 4K.
Theater going experience when I was living in Chicago. I was blown away. Why would you ever go to the theater if it costs this much? And
well, see, you were talking about getting a theater like experience. When I think it's kind of ironic that they're sort of making it more and more like your living room. You got your recliner.
Yeah, but you don't have to clean up.
Well,
that's true.
And they bring you nachos.
I know, but I can bring myself nachos.
but you don't have to.
Like soda has absolutely become a dessert and a treat when I go out.
Yeah.
And so getting that
giant
tub of soda is a treat, is an experience for me now. I don't do that at home.
Well, I'm the same way with the popcorn. I mean, the popcorn is like the holy grail of the movie going experience for me. I get that, and I have the chalice
extra
of
butter.
Butter topping. Look at me. Yes, of course.
Yes. Listening audience, please look at Pete.
You just imagine what you will, and that's probably what I look like.
Only only handsomer.
A man who wants 2 servings of butter on his popcorn. Yes, that's me. That's me.
Can we get some more butter? Let's get you a
I like how you
first.
clarified that right away, by the way.
What's that?
I said extra butter. You said yes, butter topping.
Butter. It's not butter. No, it's butter-like product.
Let's not fool ourselves here.
It's some dairy-like product. Yeah. Who knows?
I remember the first time putting actual butter, melting butter, and putting it on my popcorn at home as a kid, and just being like, why does this taste nothing like the movie theater? I thought I did a great job cooking this.
It's not the same. Oh, gosh. You can get that stuff at, of all places, Walmart.
Oh. No, I'm okay with
I don't know why I'm laughing.
having it in the movie theater. That's enough for me.
All right, Gentlemen. We have reached the end of our half hour. Any parting shots or thoughts?
That was way too short for Star Wars.
That was really quick.
That was really quick.
That was quick.
We might have to revisit it after we've seen the film.
We'll
do a Star Wars Part 2.
And yes, I am excited.
Oh yeah, me
we
too.
we talked about the tickets.
Yeah.
I am excited.
Yeah.
Well, I'd like to say what Doug brought up. After the film, we'll have to revisit it.
Mm-hmm.
So, the thing that I want to put into everybody's brain, in case it hasn't occurred to you yet, they're doing 3 new Star Wars movies as well as 3 in the middle fill-in Star Wars movies.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they're doing all of these.
So we've got 6 movies to look forward to
before 2020.
Wow.
So in the next 5 years, we're getting 6 Star Wars movies.
Yeah, isn't there one every year?
Or
somewhere
there's
something
some
like that?
double up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There's one that doubles up.
Oh,
so we're getting a new Star Wars movie every year, at least.
It's going to be like the new Marvel. I mean, that's what Disney's planning.
Just shut down the Oscars. There's no point to them anymore. There's just no. It's just silly.
No.
Yeah.
Well, it's exciting too because with the Lord of the Rings, when that came out around Christmas time, that became a great tradition, and I loved going to it with my friends. And now here's this that I'll be able to go to with my kids, which I'm excited about.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was weird that they moved it from May, but I kind of like that it's at Christmas.
Some of them are switching back to May. If you can find the release schedule online, and some of them are coming in May. Yeah.
So do we have one to look forward to 6 months from now, or
I think the next one is a year from now, and then I think it's 6 months.
Dare they
but I could
mess
be
with my
super
Christmas
wrong.
tradition before it even starts? That's
They
for the
really
next
should've-
podcast, but
They really should have consulted
This is
you.
like one
Yes.
step away from
That's
red
upsetting.
Starbucks cups. This is ridiculous.
no.
No, nothing.
I got Pete.
So,
25% of the 10 gentlemen to laugh. That's okay.
yeah, I'm easy too.
so
That was
Peter,
a tough crowd. Yes.
do you have any parting words of wisdom for this week?
I've been totally geeking out about this since I heard it was coming out, and I'm again, as the low man on the Star Wars totem pole here is fandom. I haven't looked forward to a movie this much in years. And
Nice.
so there's part of me that's like, temper those expectations. Oh, you just don't know, but I wonder if, J.J. Abrams, I've just got total faith that he's gonna knock this one right out of the park. And what I've seen in previews, it's only continued to wet the palate.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm excited. I think he's gonna do an excellent job.
Yeah, I'm just going to be a kid.
Yeah.
Well, that's it. Yeah, and it's part of not reading anything because I don't. Movie reviewers, you find just a few of them that will actually review a movie based on whether or not they enjoyed it. You know, they want to dissect everything and was this up to artistic par and blah blah blah. Just did you like it? Did you like it? Did you have fun? Did it entertain you? That's what I want to know. And there are a few out there who do review movies like that. But,
Yeah.
Do you ever read 10mfh.com?
No.
Because I heard that there's some reviewers that do that exact same thing.
Oh.
Yeah, I heard they're handsome and debonair.
No. They wear masks and are creepy. I'm talking about myself. If you hadn't gotten that,
I got the creepy
you
part.
got yeah.
You had me at creepy. All right, guys. We should shut her down. See you next week.
We have to stop.
Thank you for listening to the very first 10 Gentlemen podcast. I leave you with a thought and a challenge, something that is on all of our minds and our hearts. And we wish that and desire that people connect with each other and go deeper in their relationships. So grab some friends, grab some snacks, some drinks. Just sit block off a couple hours and tangent with each other. Talk about anything. Talk about everything. Goodbye for now, and yub nub.